Pramit, welcome back again. How are you doing?
All good, all good. Just now can't wait for the Tyohar to start. And I think 4 days to go now when we are recording this.
Yes, yes, yes,
We are
yes.
recording this on the 27th. And which team do we have today?
So, quick guess, where would you go to have the best biryani in the country?
I don't think we're doing Lucknow today, are we?
No, no, we aren't. You have to go a bit down south for it.
Yeah, but the best biryani is Lucknowi biryani. But I got your gist. We're discussing the Sunrisers Hyderabad, the
Yes, yes,
2016 champions this time.
yes. So, my major question is the sun really rising for the sunrisers this time? What do you have to say?
Well, for that, for how much I rate them out of 10 and what are their chances to make the playoffs, you'll have to watch the whole video.
Indeed, indeed. If we look into, the purse price, they had the highest purse price this time, 42 crores, and they roped in some heavy duty players, and they really did a great overseas brigade setup. If you look into, they got Harry Brook in the price of 13.25 crore, who is quite destructive with the white ball. What strengths are you looking for in the team, basically?
Uh, yeah, I think you're right. That is their biggest strength. The the middle order, the power packed. I think they have probably the most power packed middle order when it comes to the IPL this season. So those three, Captain Markram at number four, and Harry Brook at number five, and either one of Glenn Phillips or um, Heinrich Klaassen at number six. I think that is like the form that Heinrich Klaassen has been recently. It will be hard to leave him out, but like if you would leave him out, you'd leave him out for a player like Glenn Phillips, who we all saw what he did at the World Cup and previously. I think. And plus he's a 360 cricketer. He can field, he can keep, he can bowl off spin. Um, Really destructive. So I think that is definitely their biggest strength. They're number four, five, and six. Uh, it looks like a wow team to me.
Also, how the strengths that you are looking forward to in this site?
I think their seam bowling. Their seam bowling is also quite good. With Bhuvneshwar leading the way, you've got the very exciting Umran Malik, Karthik Tyagi. I don't know if Natarajan will be fully fit, but they've got a good lot of Indian seamers as they always do. So yeah, that is another strength of the Sunrisers Hyderabad.
So, definitely, they are having a good middle order, good brigade. Everything's so sorted as it looks like now. But if we look into the weaknesses, what do you feel is the strongest weakness for them right now?
Pramita, so basically, as I keep reminding you, this is a long tournament. It is just day after day. You've got to play so many games, and it's 2 months long. So it's kind of impossible to play with the same set of 11, 12 players, and that is where I feel that they will struggle. I don't think they have anywhere near the kind of Indian bench strength when it comes to batting like they have in their bowling, and that is probably their biggest weakness. Yes, Mayank Agarwal was a great signing. Rahul Tripathi, we all know how destructive he can be. You've
Mhm.
got an Abhishek Sharma, but nothing else. Nothing of note, at least. Yes, someone like an Abdul Samad can be used as an impact player, but apart from that, who do you have? Like if one or two of these guys are injured, then it will be really really tough and uphill task for them. Like their playing 11 is like this good, but their backup is like right here, especially when it comes to Indian batting. And I feel that might have a role to play. They'll have their fingers crossed. Till now, they're probably the only team who haven't had injury issues. Um that is till the 27th. You never know with this IPL, but they'll keep their fingers crossed that everyone is fit and firing throughout the tournament. And if that happens, then this team is one to watch out for.
It, what opportunities are you looking forward to for the Sunriser side?
They have a lot to look forward to this season, and not just this season. So uh, like players like Abhishek Sharma, players like Rahul Tripathi. Even though Rahul Tripathi is, I think, touching 30 or just over 30, and so is Mayank Agarwal, but they have at least 3 4 good years of cricket left in there. Abhishek Sharma maybe 10. And if these three can click, then that is an Indian top three, much like how we spoke about the Mumbai Indians
Yeah.
with Tilak Verma, Sky, Rohit, and Ishan Kishan. This is another team that will have a solid top three, and on top of that, all Indian. So if these three can gel together, then the next 2 3 years are not just this season, but the next 2 3 years are looking really rosy for this team. You also have, and on the other hand, look at the youngsters when it comes to Indian bowling. So Kartik Tyagi under the tutelage of someone like a Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Umran Malik under the tutelage of someone like a Dale Steyn and a Bhuvneshwar Kumar, uh, Natarajan coming back, he'll have a point to prove. Uh,
Hmm.
Also, players are most dangerous when they have a point to prove. Mayank Agarwal, he has a point to prove. He was sacked from captaincy from Kings 11 Punjab and let go, right? Rahul Tripathi, he's tasted a bit of Indian colors, right? And now he'll want to take the next step, cement his place in the Indian team. And Abhishek Sharma did so well for Punjab. He'll be looking to have a big season so that he can put his hand up for maybe an India selection, because he's one of those rare batters who can bowl, and you don't have that currently in the Indian team. So overall, if you look at young Indian talent in, or not even that young, but if you just look at their Indian talent at the top order and their fast bowling, and I haven't even mentioned someone like a Washington Sundar,
Yeah.
right? So all in all, I think these young guys can pro. I am looking at, if Washington Sundar, I think if he has a good time, then I'm looking at him as probably a future captain for this franchise. So, all in all, I think these young Indian names are a great opportunity for them, not just this year, but next 3 4 years.
Quite vividly and analyzed for the opportunities part, Sid. But I just have a major concern to ask you. Bhuvi, he has been quite in and out in the international circuit, and his setup for the economy rate was a concern last season. I mean, how do you address that?
Uh, I think Bhuvi will be fine. He's a champion. We all know that. He's just got a kick on the backside with his Indian career coming to a grinding halt now. He's not even been included in the contracts list. So, but with the new ball, when he's got it talking, I won't bet against Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, would I?
Of course, you won't.
Having said that, the major threat I feel is that like if you look at the spin bowling department, you don't have anyone but a Washington Sundar. Yes, you have someone like a Mayank Dagar. Mayank Dagar is really impressive, but he hasn't done that. He hasn't quite done that. He's still inexperienced, right? You have someone like an Akil Hussain, but then how do you fit him in? You have someone like an Adil Rashid, but again, do you play him? Do you play Marco Jansen? And if you play him, then your batting finishes at number 7. Then you got Adil Rashid and the three Indian pacers to follow. So
Hmm.
that will sort of impact their team. Um, I think they should go with Adil Rashid wherever the ball is turning. Otherwise, Marco Jansen is not a bad option, because he at least gives their batting the much needed depth at number 8.
Yeah, now you could get an injury any point of time, but as you were mentioning from the beginning, this side doesn't have a lot of injuries at the moment. But if something happens, do we have good replacements or do we see any threat?
So that is what I pointed out. When it comes to the foreign players, I think they have probably the best replacements in the tournament. As I said, only one out of Glenn Phillips and Heinrich Klaassen would play. So their batting replacement is like more than sorted. I think most teams, both of these would play in the 11, right? But now that you have to at least start with a Harry Brook, Markram is your captain. You have to start with Harry Brook. If you've paid such a huge like amount for him, then and he's in the form of his life. So I don't have any problem with, and even when it comes to overseas. bowlers. So Akil Hussain, Adil Rashid, Marco Jansen, all probably fighting for that one number eight slot. So I don't see many issues with their backup in terms of foreign players. But definitely when it comes to Indian batting,
Mhm.
they'll really be keeping their fingers crossed that there are no injuries. They're still fine when it comes to Indian fast bowlers, but if someone like a Washington Sundar, I think he binds the whole team together, the batting with the bowling. He's probably their only true blue all rounder, right?
Yes.
So were something to happen to them, their team balance will go for a toss, and they won't mind replacing a few players, but there are some other players who, if they get injured, then it's really we're talking about a season-changing injury.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you so much, Sid, for analyzing strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats yet again in such a great way. Then I have the favorite round that all the viewers wait. Give me your tentative playing 11.
Really easy, and with Sunrisers Hyderabad, the combination at least. So you got Abhishek Sharma and Mayank Agarwal to open, Rahul Tripathi at number three, Aiden Markram at four, Harry Brook at five, one out of Heinrich Klaasen and Glenn Phillips. I'd probably start um, with the form he's in, Heinrich Klaasen at number six, Washington Sundar at seven. Depending on the surface, Marco Jansen at eight or Adil Rashid. Then you got Umran Malik, Bhuvneshwar Kumar at 9, Umran Malik at 10, and should Natarajan, if Natarajan is fully fit, then him at 11, otherwise Karthik Tyagi. So that's what their 11 is looking like.
Wonderful, wonderful.
With someone like an Abdul Samad being a really handy impact player.
That's wonderful. Great Sunrisers Hyderabad out of 10.
8.5. At least
Oh,
their first
wow.
11.
I think this is the highest rating you have given so far.
I,
In
I'm really fancying them this season. I think they're favorite to make the last four.
viewers have to really wait until you give 10 on 10 to a team as well. Like, let's quickly
That
find
won't happen.
out. Okay. Let's find out your top scorer.
Uh, it's a tough one. I've generally picked openers, but this time I'll go with Rahul Tripathi at number three.
Okay. And likely top wicket taker.
Um, that's also a tough one, but I'll go with Bhuvneshwar Kumar, the tried and tested.
Also, let me know about your favorite player in the Sunrisers side.
On current form,
Yes.
Harry Brook.
Okay, of course. That's quite predictable. And who do you think is the young talent out of the Indian side or the emerging player for Sunrisers?
Abhishek Sharma for sure.
Thank you so much, Sid. We all like to, listen to your analysis, such in-depth analysis that you give every time. This is going to be one more beautiful episode that we have. And yes, you rated 8.5 out of 10. Means this is a team to watch out for. So thank you so
Definitely.
much. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Do you have anything to say?
Nah, as I always do, end with an appeal to the viewers, and tell them about our different platforms. So we are at Cult Cricket on Twitter. Cricketcult.com is our website where you can check the latest updates about injuries and IPL and cricket in general. We are Cricket Cult official on Instagram and Cricket Cult on YouTube. We're new on YouTube, so give extra care to our youngest baby. And that would be it. Thank you, Pramita.
So, guys, like, share, and subscribe right now. Thank you. Thank you so much, Siddharth. We'll be back again soon.